Launch Guide82 from the desktop using the version configured for your instrument. ProEM uses G82_Argos. When you first start Guide82, only the control window opens. This is sometimes confusing to observers who always find Guide82 set up and tested for them. When you click Expose, Guide82 starts looking for images from Argos Dev and opens new windows for the entire image in the guide box when the first one arrives. If you're not getting guide images, then either the drive is not mapped or the images are not being sent from Argos Dev using the toAutoGuider facility. See the ProEM setup video. A note about Guide82: almost everything you can do is in plain sight with written instructions in the windows. Except for the brightness and contrast sliders, Guide82 never uses click and drag. Just move the mouse to the desired location and then follow the instructions in the window. To select a guide star, move the mouse to the desired location in the entire image, hold down the Shift key and left-click the mouse. The region in the green rectangle is now magnified in the guide box window. If the target is bright enough and a statistically valid centroid is found, Guide82 marks this with an X inside a circle. Now in the guide box, right-click to place the red target marker. Then click AutoGuide. Guide82 can only compute a centroid when there's one star in the guide box. You may need to adjust the size and position of the guide box to accomplish this. Sometimes observers are puzzled when Guide82 doesn't find the centroid to a perfectly fine target, and often this is because there's a dim interloper in the guide box that you can't see. When you click Show Pixel Markers, all the pixels Guide82 is finding above the noise floor are marked with green crosses. If there's a dim star or a collection of pixels separated from your target, the calculation of the Gaussian least squares centroid and full width at half maximum will probably fail. In some cases, the operation will succeed on too close targets, but don't do this. Instead, reduce the size of the guide box, using the pixel markers to decide how tight you can make it without affecting the centroid. Finally, let's go over the rest of the control panel. Argos doesn't have a field and slit mode, so these buttons don't do anything. The cooler button only applies to our dedicated guide cameras with thermoelectric coolers. The exposure time is set in light field, and usually you'll leave the weight field on 0. Almost all observers choose 4x4 binning with ProEM at Cassegrain, so you'll probably leave this untouched. As you have already seen, you can set the guide box size by entering the value or using the plus/minus buttons. Markers are mostly useful for spectrographs with separate field and slit views. Guide82 monitors the guide box and records the full width at half maximum, the noise floor, and the brightest pixel relative to the noise floor, and keeps track of the averages, which you can also reset. The focus facility is covered in a separate video. There are a few advanced features not covered here, like guiding on a rotated field and using the From To markers in the entire image box.